God does not tempt us to sin. And in fact, that comes from the devil. And we get a really good understanding of this in a couple verses from the book of James, where we read, "Count it all joy, my brothers, when you meet trials of various kinds, for you know that the testing of your faith produces steadfastness. Blessed is the man who remains steadfast under trial, for when he has stood the test, he will receive the crown of life, which God has promised to those who love him. Let no one say when he is tempted, 'I am being tempted by God,' for God cannot be tempted with evil, and he himself tempts no one. But each person is tempted when he is lured and enticed by his own desires. Then desires, when it is conceived, gives birth to sin, and sin, when it is fully grown, bringing forth death." We do know that, in fact, the wage of sin is death. And you have to think about it this way. God is pretty much essentially saying in this verse, like, if you're going to a bar and you're going to start drinking, you're already putting yourself into a situation where you know there's a possibility that that could get out of hand. So if you go to that bar and then you say, "I'm going to have one drink," and one drink turns to two, and two turns to five, and your friends come, and pretty soon you have 10 drinks and you're blacked out. And then you get into your car and then you drive and you get into a car accident and you end up killing somebody. First of all, two things are happening there. That is something small, a small temptation that turns into a greater sin because of your lack of self-control and you exercising your free will. Now, you have also taken somebody else's life now, and you've put yourself in a situation that you did not have to be in. You willingly put yourself in that situation, and then you're going to call out and say, "God, why would you let this happen to me?" That was not God's plan for your life. Do you think it is God's plan for your life to go out and sin or put yourself in situations that are going to lead to bad things happening? This is specifically why God wants us to live a godly life like Jesus, to live by his commandments, because when we live a righteous life, bad things are less likely to happen to us. Just by default, we're automatically going to be surrounded by less bad experiences because we are consciously trying to abide by God's will for our life. And God's will for our life is to live a happy, prosperous, healthy life, not to die or have bad things happen to us.